Yeah. Halloween.
Halloween.
Very spooky.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween. Halloween.
Oh, they become skeletons.
There, we did it. See, we can turn the coldest of intros. That's how we should start every year from now on. We should
Just chant.
We should do that for Christmas. Just chant
Halloween. Halloween. Halloween.
Mine is like June.
Halloween. 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 Just not even enunciating anymore.
Yeah.
Just screaming. Okay, I need you to try that again. I want you to try it happier.
And with your mouth more open.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. What?
It looks like we got a murder on it.
You think this is like I?
Okay, so welcome to the Storyteller cast Halloween special. Anyone who saw the wait, did I post it on Facebook? I posted it on Twitter. Either way, what we're doing today, thanks to, I've said this before, I'm totally ripping off the way Undercooked Analysis is, but for our Halloween special. So a little tribute to them. Go give them some love. They do good stuff, especially if you just want to hear a story. Especially if it's shitty, because most. But I do want to say some of my favorite episodes are just the SCP ones, because they tend to be shorter and you get to learn cool stuff. And I'm a monster guy, and I like the whole thing of just finding out what a monster is or any creepy thing and how it works. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take some creepypastas or SCPs we found, which, going over it, I think we all chose an SCP that we really liked.
Yep.
Into doing it and just reading it out loud and why we like it. So I'm going to let Ian go first. A little guess.
Okay, let me load.
You
slightly.
okay? You were right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Here we go.
Okay,
All
cool.
right. All right. Just going through. All right.
Well, just read, the whole thing, because it'll introduce it, right?
Yeah, it'll introduce it. That's how SCPs work. So this is SCP-3008.
3008.
Item SCP-3008. Object class Euclid. Special
Should we
containment.
go over the object classes?
Sure. Well, you want to explain that a little bit?
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember all the names because I always fuck it up.
There's Keter,
Euclid, and then what's the red one?
The
What's the bad one?
The real bad one?
Yeah.
I thought Keter was the worst.
Is it
class.
Keter?
Keter's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Keter is the worst, then Euclid's middle, and then there's just like safe, the ones that
are harmless.
This one just makes toast.
Yeah, I think it's safe, Euclid, and then Cater.
Yeah.
Safe, like no harm, there's no threat.
Yeah. It's just weird.
Yeah, Euclid can kill you, but usually it's like not too much of a threat. It's not a threat to humanity or anything.
Yeah.
Keter is like, it will not only murder you, but it's a threat to probably our existence as a species.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay. So this is a Euclid class. Bad, but not the worst.
Yeah.
All right. Special containment procedures. The retail park containing SCP-3008 has been purchased by the Foundation and converted into site. Do you want to bleep these when it
says redacted?
Yeah.
I just say redacted.
Okay. All public roads leading to or passing by site redacted have been redacted. The entrance to SCP-3008 is to be monitored at all times, and no one is to enter SCP-3008 outside of testing as permitted by senior researcher. Humans exiting SCP-3008 are to be detained and then debriefed prior to administration of anesthetics. Dependent upon the duration of their stay, SCP-3008, a cover story may be needed to the generalized public prior to their release. Any other entries exiting... sorry. Any other entities... I'm so drunk. Sorry. Any other entities exiting SCP-3008 are to be terminated. Description. SCP-3008 is a large retail unit previously owned and branded as an IKEA, a popular furniture retail chain. A person entering SCP-3008 through the main entrance and then passing out of sight in the doors will find themselves translocated to SCP-3008-1. This displacement will typically go unnoticed, as no change will occur to the perspective of the victim. They will generally not become aware until they try to return to the entrance. SCP-3008-1 is a space resembling the inside of an IKEA furniture store, expanding far beyond the limits of what would or could physically be contained within the dimensions of a retail unit. Current measurements indicate the area of at least 10,000 kilometers squared, with no visible external terminators directed in any direction. Inconclusive results from the use of laser refiners have led to the speculation that the space may in fact be infinite. SCP-3008-1 is inhabited by unknown number of civilians trapped with prior to containment. Gathered data suggests they have formed a rudimentary civilization within SCP-3008-1, including the construction of settlements, fortifications for the purposes of defending against SCP-3008-2.
He's like,
Wow.
so two things. One, you could totally get fucking lost in IKEA.
Oh, yes.
You know those displays are apparently on rails, and they move them around
No.
to change foot traffic.
Really?
So that's what they did to the Minotaur.
Yeah, that's what they did to the Minotaur.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
just to rearrange it, like it's the easiest way. Two, when they make their own society, I picture like that Will Ferrell bit where the teleprompter goes off.
Oh, yes.
And they don't have anything to tell them anymore. They worship it like a god.
He would be our salvation.
Yeah.
I also I also think about when I found this one, I thought about there's an IKEA ad I actually really like.
Yeah.
Based on The Shining. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh, everyone go look it up. IKEA ad.
Okay.
Shining, but it's like a little boy on a big wheel rolling through an IKEA, and it's very upsetting. I don't know why IKEA wants themselves associated.
IKEAs are creepy, man.
IKEAs are creepy, and they're like, for some reason, instead of trying to fix it, they're just steering into it. They're like,
they're just.
someone probably did get murdered here. You'll never get out.
Well, there's a good there's this horror book I've been meaning to check out. I'm hoping to find it at Stanley's Kamikaze. Well, Stanley's Comic Con now. When I go, it's a horror graphic novel done in the style of an IKEA instruction manual.
Is it called Horror Store?
I think so.
It's a fantastic book.
Oh, it's good?
It's
Okay.
very good. I read
And
it.
it's not all in that style, right? Like, there's only some bits?
It's actually mostly a novel, and it has like
Yeah.
a few illustrations.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But when you buy it, it looks like an IKEA catalog.
It absolutely looks like an... And they have photos of like weird, like, enjoy your sitting room with a Fursterk.
Yeah. See, and I want that. I want, like... But I've been meaning to check it out.
It's a really good book. I know this isn't the place, but I'll just briefly mention Charlie Kaufman,
Okay.
a great filmmaker.
Yeah,
He's actually producing a series for AMC based on that book.
Really? Oh, yeah. I had heard about that, actually.
I'm very excited about
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's for sure. You want to get...
Oh, for sure,
get
for
back
sure,
to
for
that?
Yeah. Okay. SCP-3008-2 are humanoid entities that exist within SCP-3008-1. While superficially resembling humans, they possess exaggerated and inconsistent bodily proportions, often described as being too short or too tall. They possess no facial features, and in all observed cases wear yellow shirts and blue trousers consistent with an IKEA employee uniform.
Hmm.
SCP-3008-1 has a rudimentary day-night cycle determined by overhead lighting within the space, advancing and deactivating at times consistent with opening and closing hours in the original store. During the night cycles of SCP-3008-2 will become violent towards other life forms within 3008-1.
Okay.
During these bouts of violence, they have been heard to vocalize the phrase in English that are variations of the phrase, "The store is closed now, please leave the building."
They say it like that.
Yeah. That's how I'm imagining it.
It's funnier that way.
It's fun. It's more fun.
Store's closing now.
The store, I mean, it's gotta be a scratchy voice
I
teenager.
messed up, yeah,
You guys, come on, I want to go home.
We're all out of meatballs.
Come back Sunday.
Let's see.
The store is closed now. Yeah.
Hey, get out.
You're not okay. You did it. It's gonna be great if someone listens to this first.
Oh, they're gonna love that. They're gonna love it.
Not the other. What? Okay.
What if someone only listens to these ones? The monsters.
It's fine.
They're unresponsive to questioning or other verbal cues in this state, although will react violently if ever attacked. SCP-3008-1 is known to have one or more exits located through these... Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
Bad writing.
That sentence didn't make sense to me. Hold on. Questioning other verbal
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's take out our grammar hats, people.
SCP-3008-1 is known to have one or more exits located through these exits.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Ooh, that's bad.
That's weird phrasing. You can break through a wall and eventually get out if you absolutely have to get out. If you go back towards the entrance, you can break through a wall. Using any other door besides the main entrance to enter or exit the structure, or breaking through walls at the sides of the retail unit, leads into this non-anomalous interior of the original store.
Okay.
Since containment began, 14 individuals have managed to exit SCP-3008. Following extensive debriefing, all individuals have been administered anesthetics and released. Incident 3008-1 at 0:37 hours. On redacted 2000 redacted. A human male exited SCP-3008, followed 10 seconds later by an instance of an SCP-3008-2.
Also, a mannequin made it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
SCP-3008-2 caught and killed the man before being terminated by an armed response personnel. This incident represents the one and only instance of an SCP-3008-2 seen exiting SCP-3008. A full autopsy on the corpse was performed. See 3008-2 autopsy log for more details. The man was carrying an IKEA brand journal. Seen to document his time in SCP-3008-1 is transcribed below verbatim. And then there's like a really long bunch of journal entries about a man lost in IKEA.
Oh, okay.
Which is fun, but I don't think I'm going to read all that. That's
okay.
really
They're
long.
not interesting enough to...
They're not... I didn't see anything that jumped out at me, but it's... Go read the book Horror Struck if you want to read about being lost in IKEA.
Okay,
Pretty much.
I really liked this one, though. I dug it a lot.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's
Really
it?
cool.
Or...
That's it.
Sorry, that was a bigger pop. I don't know why. My voice is so loud. I was genuinely surprised.
So
yeah. So what about it?
what about it did I like?
Sure. Except for the bad sentence.
Except for that one
No, you loved it. That was your best.
dodgy.
Fair.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved the whole thing. Love it or leave. I picked it because I think that entrapment is always one of the scariest things to me. Feeling like you can't escape.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like...
And IKEA's already freaky.
IKEA
As
is
we've discussed.
already a freaky, weird, I think they call them liminal spaces. It's liminal spaces, the idea of, It's a place you're meant to pass through and not stay.
Yeah, not stay.
And that's why people who work in IKEAs always kind of look like out of it.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to stay in a place like that for a long time. It's like people who spend hours at a bus stop or spend hours and hours in a laundromat. Like, there's something inherently
weird about that.
What I also liked about it is I think it, like, thematically works in that there are a lot of jobs like that do feel like a prison. Or like you're trapped in this horrible dimension that you can't escape from.
Yes.
And I think especially for an IKEA, like just this endless cycle of wearing you put on a uniform every day and you go into this nightmarish place that is not like reality. It feels removed from time and space because there's like offices that no one is using and beds that no one is using, and it's all very clean, and it's clean in a way that doesn't feel right. It feels removed from humanity in a way. So I think that like this as a story is actually hitting pretty well like a real thematic thing in real life. That is the feeling of how people can feel trapped in their real lives,
in their jobs.
In their jobs, in their nightmare fucking jobs.
Yeah.
And
Ian, is your whole point that retail sucks?
Yeah, is that your message? 'Cause that's horrifying.
It is.
It's a horrifying fact
I
of
mean,
life.
you're right.
It sucks.
And then also like the idea of the villains, the people in this that are going to hurt you are faceless drones who have been absorbed and are just
employees.
a part. They're just a part of a bigger thing.
Yeah.
They're like antibodies in a larger vessel, and that they don't have a soul, man. They're not even people, man. They're bureaucrats. They're not real. You know.
They're just sheep. Sheep who work for the system.
But
I made my Swedish meatballs.
There we go.
No, fuck you, man, ringing up my shit.
Fuck you guys.
You don't have a soul.
Dad, you don't know.
He always knew.
But no, I think about like
that would be the title of like your life autobiography. He always knew.
He always knew. Dad, I have to tell you something. I always knew something.
Yeah.
No, I thought that like I think it ties that together really well. Aside from being like a pretty effective thing, because like you said, IKEAs are freaky fucking places.
Yeah.
It is scary, just on the surface, not going deep. It's scary on the surface just to think about getting lost in a place like that. I think then it gets scarier when you think about like, oh god, this is killing people in a whole other way.
Yeah.
This is just eating your soul.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. I liked it for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. I
All right.
like that.
So I'll do one of mine next because I got two
Okay.
because I run this shit
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I get to do more. No, plus this first one's gonna be kind of short. So, yeah, for mine, the first one I chose SCP-261, Object Class Safe. And one of the things I do want to say is I tend to lean towards more of the safe / Euclid SCPs for my favorites, just because if it's safe, you gotta be really creative in order to make it like better or like to make it good.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the SCP Keter classes just end up being, and then they threw up roaches and they killed everything everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, some of them are definitely horrifying. But the safe ones, I find way more entertaining.
You have to be really fucking creative.
Yeah.
It's like it's harder to write it's harder to write a joke than it is like a drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know the whole thing because like everyone has drama, but it's hard to like teach someone how to write it.
To write a joke.
comedy. Yeah.
You can pretend to be serious. You can't pretend to be funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's good. I'm gonna use that.
Please.
Steal that shit.
Either you're funny or not.
Yeah. Okay, item number SCP-261, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. Any access to SCP-261 must be approved by staff with Level 2 security clearance or higher. Any and all items dispensed by SCP-261 must be recorded, along with the amount of money entered and the amount of time elapsed between uses. Currently, SCP-261 may be used only 10 times in a 24-hour period, with no transaction exceeding the equivalent of 500 Japanese yen. which is what, like $5 million or
500 Japanese yen?
yeah, it's
I
like
think 500 is like $5.
it's like the entire U.S. economy. Testing approved by Site Command is not under these restrictions. Oh, okay. Items dispensed by SCP-261 should be reviewed by site health and safety officials before consumption. Failure to do so releases the Foundation from any obligation regarding negative effects.
Mm.
Items deemed dangerous or useful to research will be confiscated by site security, with financial compensation provided in proportion to money spent. Oh, that's nice. I got like a little healthcare plan.
Huh. They have that.
They have that. Huh. Huh. Description.
Oh, I get it.
SCP-261 appears to be a large black vending machine with no front glass panel and a small keypad on the right side. SCP-261 was recovered in Yokohama, Japan. SCP-261 was brought to the Foundation's attention after investigation of an urban legend about a magic vending machine, I'm doing air quotes there, that was circulating on the internet. SCP-261, that's 3 sentences where it starts with SCP-3.
Yeah, there is a problem with repetition in a lot of these.
Yeah, Lolly.
Yeah.
He could have just started with magic vending machine. Whatever. SCP-261 was found in a back alley behind a large shopping center with a handwritten sign saying "out of order" in Japanese taped to it. SCP-261 has no marks or identification of any kind, and no locals remember when or how it came to be in its current location. Internally, SCP-261 appears to be a basic vending machine equipped to vend food and beverage items. After a key was made and the front door opened, no abnormal materials were found. It was determined that SCP-261 has never actually contained any food or beverage items. The keypad, while connected and operating correctly, does not activate any of the dispensing mechanisms. When money is placed into SCP-261 and a 3-digit number is entered on the keypad, SCP-261 will vend a random item. SCP-261 has not accepted any currency other than yen, with rejected currency being deposited in the coin return slot. It is unknown how these items appear. However, SCP-261 will not operate when the door is open, or when recording items or recording devices are placed inside. The number entered on the keypad has no effect on the item vended, nor has any pattern been detected. I read that weird, but that's one sentence.
Okay.
Items are always some form of snack food in quotation, typically have a bright, attention-grabbing packaging. SCP-261 is capable of operating with no external power supply, but operation in this state will cause unstable vending to occur much more quickly than normal. If SCP-261 is used several times in a short period of time, and/or large amounts of money are entered before an item is vented, SCP-261 will start to dispense bizarre items. While still food, their suitability for human consumption is often non-existent. And I'm going to read the really short log here.
Okay.
Log of items vended during testing phase 8. 800 yen entered for each item. Items being dispensed every 2 minutes. SCP-261 is attached to power. Coke Zero. A can of Diet Coke, packaging in English.
Terrifying.
0 sugar, 0 calories. Cheetos, a small bag of Cheeto snack food, packaging in English. Black. A single pack of caffeinated chewing gum, packaging in Japanese. Could have been Blackout God.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was blackety black.
No, it's just black.
Black.
Redacted.
Redacted. Yan. A single Yan cone with peach dipping frosting, packaging in Japanese. The Meija Seika company does not produce this flavor. Creepy. No.
Melon flavored Kit Kat. They don't make those.
Pepsi Dragon Twist. A can of Pepsi Cola with a trace of fruit flavor, packaging in English. Flavor identified as dragon fruit. PepsiCo does not produce this product.
That actually sounds really cool.
It sounds really good, man. I love dragon fruit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's an underplayed fruit, you know?
It is. It absolutely is.
It's lighter than people think.
Yeah, because it looks like a dense fruit. Like,
Yeah.
Dark Side Cola, quote unquote can with clear plastic sides, packaging in Japanese. Liquid inside is clear. When opened, liquid appears to react to the air and changes to dark black over a period of several seconds. The black coloration looks like billowing smoke and cannot be reversed. Liquid's taste described as cola with something spicy in it. Haven't they done a spicy cola?
That makes me nervous, though, that it changes color so quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, spicy cola's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could put like chili flakes in like I've seen people drink. Well, they don't package it, but you can take like a, those suckers everybody fucking loves here with the chili flakes and you just stir it in your cola.
Yeah.
Have a spicy cola.
No, I've had spicy cola before.
Oh really?
It's just
that's right. Stone Brewery makes their own spicy cola.
Yeah, I had it before. It's just club soda.
Oh,
with spicy kick.
That's all it is.
It's got a little flavor.
Little kick.
It's just brown club soda.
Something to clench your butthole.
How's that anus doing after that drink?
Okay. The Little Bakery, 7 grain. A small tube the size of a candy bar with a green button, made of aluminum. Packaging in English. When the top is twisted off, a mass of dough is extruded. Dough contains several enzymes and bacteria that have not yet been identified. On contact with air, these cause the dough to rise to bake, killing the microbes in the process. Produces a small, round loaf of bread weighing 250 grams. Taste described as good, but chewy.
Oh, well that's okay.
Pleasant.
Yeah, that's nice.
Lemon clams.
Oh, that doesn't sound nice.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
That doesn't sound pleasant. The thick plastic baggie with the plastic tube on the side.
That's so good.
Oh, what the fuck?
Containing water and 12 clams.
Oh, shit.
Packaging in Dutch. Following on-package instructions, the plastic tube was cracked like a glow stick. Liquid in the bag flashed to steam, venting from a hole that popped open in the top of the bag, slightly burning one researcher. Steaming finished after 38 seconds, after which clams were found to be fully cooked and infused with a mild lemon flavor. On investigation, clams matched no recorded species.
It's an instant bag of Dutch clams.
Baked clams, steamed clams.
What I want to know is, in whatever parallel universe that's from, what society is like, you know what, I love clams, but I'm always on the go.
Always on the go.
You know, those scallops didn't work out, but let's try clams. I'm feeling about this one. I'm waiting for like a baby to come out. It's like glow in the dark.
It's
delicious.
Baby ready in 38 seconds.
Delicious Portuguese baby.
Hard boiled.
Diet Ghost, a can containing an instance of SCP-2107. I'll click that in a bit. Packaging was in English. Testing done on this instant provided similar results to other contained instances of SCP-2107. This marks the first time SCP-261 has vended another SCP object.
So what is
SCP-2107 is, I'm waiting for it it's just called Diet Ghost. So, the carbonated base... Mobile Containment Task Force carbonation-based life forms responsible for...
What?
I'm trying to read it fast enough to tell you what it actually calls.
Oh, okay.
What's actually an SCP-21.
But we have to figure it out.
You know what? Do one of you want to look it up while I read the other thing? That way there's something going on the podcast at all times.
SCP-2107.
2107.
2107.
This is amazing.
This is amazing. Alright, next one. I'll read the next one while someone finds out.
Okay.
Unknown. Aluminum box with a small glass window on the side and a large round button on the top. Packaging in an unknown language. Box is seamless and appears to be filled with small round animals covered in fur, each with 3 small paws and a single large eye. Pressing the button causes the inside of the box to rapidly become superheated, cooking the small animals alive. Muffled noises and scratching were heard for several seconds during the cooking process. After 1 minute, 30 seconds, the front panel opens and gives access to the now cooked animals.
Jesus Christ.
Professor Kane volunteered to eat the animals, with no other researchers willing to do so. Taste described as crunchy and very spicy, with small hints of beef.
Oh,
I want that.
Yeah, I'm just seeing
nice.
A box filled with trebles.
Yeah.
Delicious trebles.
Yeah.
If you don't eat them, they're just gonna fuck into a big pile of trouble.
You don't want that. I'm sure really hungry.
The trouble with trebles.
I'm just now seeing the can design on Diet Ghost, and I'm super into it. It looks like an 80s cola.
That's amazing. I was looking at it.
I love that.
So what's it filled with?
Let's see.
What if Pepsi Man comes out of the vending machine?
Here, I'll read this one while I find it. Unknown. Tall, thin aluminum can, packaging in an unknown language. Opening the can caused a chemical reaction with the liquid inside the can. Liquid was apparently not intended for an oxygenated atmosphere. And detonated violently, causing several injuries and killing 2 researchers. Testing discontinued and area cleared. Testing area observed smelled like citrus for several days.
Okay. That's not so bad, smelling like citrus.
Yeah, as long as you're not like it's literally just a scent bomb.
Yeah.
So I've got what Diet Ghost is.
Okay.
It is literally it's a can filled with souls that have been carbonated.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
And you drink them, and also, I really like their catchphrase. The slogan for the company is great.
Right.
It is Diet Ghost, scare your thirst. I love that. I love that. But what I'm trying to find out is it's rated as a Euclid class.
Oh shit!
Object.
So it's killed someone.
It's
made out of souls.
It's made out of actual human souls,
Uh-huh.
which are carbonated, and it does cause light to moderate haunting when you drink it.
Yeah.
So, it can be it varies from person to person. That's a joke. It can be anywhere from non-sentient to inert, to animal spirits, to full-blown human possession or poltergeist activity.
Shit.
100 from the makers of 100% Ghost. This is 100% more spooky. Your old spooky flavor is back. Oh yeah! Wow!
All right. Well, anyway, for this one, there's if you feel so compelled, there's a whole list of stuff that has come out of this vending machine. It's incredibly long, and I won't read most of them, although there's some really good ones in there. One of the reasons it's my favorite, like I mentioned, I find the safer class tend to be more creative with how they run. Plus, I've spent like hours with a buddy of mine because it's also his favorite one, just looking at that list and trying to find good ones in there. There's one where it's almost like this donut box, except they're souls.
Oh.
And you, for like a period of time, become like that person.
Oh.
Or like start acting like them, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, if you got that with Diet Ghost, just dip it in the cola.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You'd be haunted, but you'd be a different person being haunted.
Exactly.
Yeah. So who's being?
There would be
possessed?
what would happen is there would be stage shows where people did that.
Oh.
And you never know what would happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on board for that.
See, I'm already thinking about how to make money off it. Yeah, but that's that one. Nick, you wanna?
Yeah, sure. So mine, the reason. Well, one of the big reasons is mine is that not only is it extremely detailed.
Okay.
So mine's a doozy. Like it's a bit long, so I'm gonna cut it because.
No, you can read out.
Yeah.
We're actually doing really good on time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of description. It goes into a lot of detail. So I would like. So that's one of the reasons I liked it because I always like when there's a lot of small details that kind of snowball into a bigger.
Flesh it out.
Flesh it out, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's get into it. Item number SCP-610. Object class, Keter. Special containment...
We were just shitting on Keter.
Keter, sorry, I messed up. Keter. Special containment procedures. Due to the vast area of infection SCP-610 covers, containment is impossible. Isolation of the area has proved far more effective, and permission has been granted by the Russian government to establish a perimeter to keep people out of these areas under the guise of military operations.
It's always the Russians.
Yeah, I know.
Did the Cold War really fuck us up that much that like anything Russian sounds immediately like if it takes place in Russia it sounds bad? Like
yeah.
Like, geez.
It might have been Russia. It might have been Rocky 4. I'm not sure which
yeah.
it is.
Well, Rocky 4 was just the literalization of everything.
Yeah.
Straight up Cold War.
Yeah.
Part of the reason I like Rocky 4 so much is there's no...
It's not the robot?
There's no subtleness. Oh,
yeah.
no, it is a robot. There's no subtleness. It's
No.
just
It's America punches Russia in the face.
Russia in the
When he shoves those needles into his thighs.
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
old traditional values before science and like.
Is Rocky 4 the one where he runs on the beach with Apollo Creed and they just
No, that's Rocky
That's
2.
two.
2?
It's
Okay.
2.
No, it's 3. Because Mr. T.
Yeah, because he's trying to get back into
Yeah.
boxing.
Yeah.
Man, I love Rocky.
Yeah. Wonder what he's up to, the actor. Did he pass or?
The guy for Apollo.
No, Apollo Creed. Yeah. He was.
I don't know.
Too.
He wasn't in Apollo, which I thought. Well, Creed. He wasn't in Creed, but I really loved Creed.
Creed's great.
Yeah,
He's
it's
awesome.
really good.
Usually, yeah.
Good movie.
Making another Creed? Sorry.
Well, yeah, they said it's gonna be a series like Rocky,
What?
which I think is great. It's a great.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
I mean that dude who plays I was gonna say Ironhawk because I'm a crazy person. That dude who's in the Marvel films, he's really good. He's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like spending time with him.
Me and him are buddies.
Nice.
Well, we're chill, whatever. Yeah, sorry.
Met him at a hostel.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Okay, so Keter.
Okay. Should any organism displaying traits consistent with CSP 610 be sighted near this perimeter, then the established protocol requires it to be engaged at range with small arms until immobile, then dispatched using incendiary weapons and munitions from as great a distance as possible. Any living thing coming in physical contact with an organism infected with CSP 610.
You mean SCP?
SCP. Shit. I'm sorry. SCP.
Now we gotta restart.
610. Okay, yeah. Reset the clock.
We all have to do it all over again.
When I fuck up the grammar. Is considered expendable, words are hard, and is to be immediately terminated and incinerated. Any persons coming within 3 meters of SCP-610 infected life are to immediately withdraw from the area, be isolated from the rest of their team, and subjected to medical examination using only remote techniques to determine if infection has occurred and appropriate steps taken based on that determination. At present, the known infection vectors from SCP's 610's spread seems to be focused on physical contact. Drone movements within heavily infected areas have returned air samples containing minute particles which, when exposed to organic compounds, will result in the spread of SCP-610. The results of these particular tests have revealed that most require several days to manifest, if at all. With the exception of direct contact with exposed lungs and liver tissue, these particular tests show a rapid rate of growth, which requires incineration of the testing environment no more than 24 hours after initial exposure, with even a 2-hour mishap risking a compromised facility event. Given that this kind of rapid growth only occurs in organic material existing outside the human body, this form of infection is currently considered a minor concern. These peculiarities have given rise to a series of questions regarding the possible origin of the infection in conjunction with the failed data expunged containment protocol.
Data redact.
Yeah, pretty much. Containment protocol remains at a scorched earth policy at this time, and no concern for transmission via water or air and infection parameters exist bearing situational changes in the field. So, damn.
Okay,
So
I'm still not. So it's an infection, right? Like.
Yeah.
It's a terrible disease, but I'm not sure what it actually does to the body.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm actually...
I assume that's what's next.
Yeah, that's what is the description.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, description. Initial reports of SCP-610 came direct from the Russian government through undisclosable channels.
Cowards.
Look, pussies. Yeah, after Napoleon.
They were scared after Rocky.
Oh, shit.
Rocky 4.
They saw what we did to Drogo.
Even Drago.
Yeah. These reports consisted primarily of disappearances of farmers in the region and were not considered until the local police, followed by the regional police, and finally a government dispatch agent all failed to report within a 72-hour period.
And the Russian ninjas. Then
the Bears.
the Bears.
When the Bears are...
Then Big Boss. We defected to the Soviet Union.
That's right.
Who's the bad guy from Street Fighter? That guy probably.
Zangief was a bad guy in the first Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Now he's like the coolest.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Bison. Is Bison from Russia?
Bison is not from Russia.
I
don't know what country Bison's from.
Isn't the base?
Because he has his own base.
Yeah, isn't the base?
It's just Shadowloo
South
base.
Africa. Yeah, Shadowloo. Isn't Shadowloo in
South Africa?
Yeah.
South Africa.
I thought that was the whole
Fucking
point.
maybe.
Before.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yeah. I think.
That's how DJ finds them or something. No,
DJ.
but DJ's like Jamaican.
But where's Seth?
You know, fuck this. We can go. Me and you can go into like Street Fighter shit.
Yeah.
Forever.
That's
Who has
the
eel
real
powers? Which one has eel powers?
Are you talking about
the green guy.
Blanca?
Oh, Blanca, yeah.
He's gotta find his mom.
He's his mama.
He was raised by eels. Anyway, sorry.
Das Vidanya, mama.
There we go. Yeah. A small military contingent was dispatched to the area and quickly withdrew at which point the Foundation was contacted to investigate. The area SCP-610 affects is close to Lake Baikal in southern Siberia. Areas of known infection are marked on a map provided to us here, and on the word here is the link to the map of the lake.
Does it form a smiley face?
I wish it did, but it doesn't.
Oh,
It's
you
just-
already looked at it?
It's a little blot. It's a bunch of blots. Like,
Oh.
on a lake. Well, I mean, yeah, you can just look it.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Pick it up.
This is gonna be great for audio.
Audio, yeah, you go on the wiki, has a link on here.
Yeah.
It's a small lake that curves.
The red areas are the infected areas?
Yeah,
It forms the
Voltron.
head of yes.
Oh, wow, I see Voltron. No, it's kind of following the same pattern as like a fungal infection, it looks like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, people, we're gonna each take a package of the dismembered bodies and displace it into trash cans around the city, and
Make it
and
smell.
hopefully, if you plot it on the map, makes a big smiley face.
How big are they?
And-
Yeah.
God,
I'm an artist!
That's my favorite episode of Archer. Like the whole that episode's like it's still my favorite.
Is that the same episode? Because I really love the... Sorry, but it's the one where he says, are you still recording bum fights? And he says, I recently got into something darker.
No, I don't think that's it. That's that one.
I wish it was.
But
Yeah. Containment perimeters are marked in blue surrounding these infection areas, and as of present, no further locations have been identified. Incursions into the perimeter must be reported prior to conducting, confirmed during exploration, and debriefed on immediate following return. SCP-610 appears to be a contagious skin disease, at first with symptoms including rash, itching, and increased skin sensitivity.
yeah.
Within 3 hours, the disease will cause blemishes resembling heavy scar tissue to form in the chest and arm areas,
Yeah.
spreading to the legs and back within additional hour,
Yes.
consuming the victim completely within 5 hours.
Gross.
Exposure to high temperatures vastly decreases the time for the contagion to spread,
Grody.
and complete infections have been recorded occurring in as little as 5 minutes.
Well, that's just not healthy.
That's... Well,
Gotta wash your hands.
Yeah.
After the completion of the infection occurs, the victim's life functions will cease for approximately 3 minutes, after which time they will restart at 2-3 times the activity rate of a normal human. Following this, the scar
They're
tissue...
using 100% of their brain.
They're using 100%. They are. It's in our
they're
minds.
limitless.
They're limitless.
Yeah, brains in our minds.
They're now. What's that movie with Morgan Freeman? And they're now Lucy.
Oh, the Lucy.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it.
Man,
Right.
even when he said that bullshit, it sounded cool.
Yeah.
It was so stupid.
Yeah.
We as humans only use... That's not even close. Oh my
Yeah.
god. You keep going.
We as humans. Fuck, I used to have a good one. Okay, I'll keep working on that while you read.
Okay. Following this,
My friend Andy Dufresne was... Sorry.
the scar tissue on the victims will start to move of its own accord and grow at a rapid rate. Normal human features start to disappear at this point under the infection, and the path of mutation appears to be largely random. Subjects observed in this stage of infection have been recorded as growing 3 or more limbs of a type such as arms or legs. The head might become misshapen and elongated or widen out. And parts of the subject may split open from which additional branches of flesh will grow. The duration of this stage of infection is unknown, and not all subjects appear to progress to the later stages. Under unknown conditions, an infected individual will cease moving and place itself in a location it deems suitable where it roots itself. The fleshy growth on the victim will then begin to spread itself across all surrounding objects and consume them. Such objects do not spread the infection as living creatures do. However, and the infection of prolonged contact with these objects is recorded later in this document. It is assumed that this behavior is to create an area hospitable to continued growth of the other infected. Observation of life infected by SCP-610 by staff is impossible. Those infected with the disease immediately seek out aid as natural human impulse resulting in unintended infections. Those infected past the scar tissue phase actively and aggressively attempt to infect anyone approaching them within an undefined area.
So it's through contact? That's
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not airborne.
I'm getting to.
Oh, it is airborne.
Well, it's kind of tricky because it goes into contact, but it originated as an airborne.
Huh. Okay.
Which is interesting. It's like
there's only so many spores?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Let's see.
Grody.
Nasty.
Bad.
It has been established that should an infected be capable of sight and observe an uninfected, it will proceed towards them. If the infected has lost the ability of sight, a range of approximately 30 meters is considered safe. Observation of SCP-610 infected settlements has been established using artificial methods such as remote robots. The data returned from these observations, coupled with the openly aggressive nature of the infected to attempt to spread SCP-610, has resulted in the Keter classification. However, so long as nothing is allowed to enter or leave the infected area, it is considered a neutralized threat. Of concern are the carnivorous areas beneath the infected settlements that were discovered during the exploration, and attempts to get research personnel into these areas are underway.
Carnivorous? Like what, plants?
Yeah.
Or people just straight up eat?
It's
They mean carnivorous plants?
I think it might be that. I think it's trying to.
Well, because it's described it sounds a lot like a fungus that attaches to a host and then feeds off of the meats.
Yeah.
Well, it's like an infection movie. It's not a zombie movie like.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, my wife Reese Witherspoon.
My wife, yeah, God.
My wife
has.
All very different movies we just referenced.
Yeah.
I will do anything for my wife.
Now has 5 arms.
Right.
It's cool.
Reese Witherspoon's
I can do
soups.
a lot with 5 arms.
Do you remember that movie? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're on this.
Well,
We're
the
on this.
attachment is fuel logs of the exploration, like 5. They're really long. I got through 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna even
They're too long.
touch those.
Yeah, and sorry, go ahead.
So,
Continue.
if anyone's interested, go view those.
Yeah,
also.
please take a look.
So
Is that it or?
then that's it. So the reason I picked this one was actually the way I saw this one was from a YouTube channel called Oat Studios, and what they do it is real quick. It was founded by the guy who directed District 9, Elysian.
Wait, it was written by the guy or just found?
It was founded. He directs, writes all the short films he does on the channel. and most of them are.
Wait, it's Neil Blomkamp?
Neil Blomkamp, yeah. That's
his own YouTube channel?
Yep, of short films he does, whatever he
Oh,
wants.
that's where they post the animations?
Yeah.
That, like, of the special effects and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know he had his own YouTube channel. I've just seen the videos, like, thrown around
Yeah.
on,
and
like, Facebook or, because I have some really fucked up people
yeah.
as friends, but...
Yeah, but he has his own team, and they just do whatever short film they feel like doing, like any experimental.
Yeah.
The about description for the channel is experimental short films.
Oh, okay.
And I heard they're actually good.
They're great.
I think that's where the hand one comes from.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So we were just talking about that. So.
He has a ongoing series called Atom, where the entire thing is animated through Unity software.
Yeah.
Which is I really like it. It's a very
That's
interesting world and
Someone
implication.
told me to check out. Okay, you're gonna have to show me that channel again, just so I could like save it on my phone or something.
Yeah.
What's the channel called? Just make sure.
Oats, as in Quaker Oats Studios.
Oats Studio
Yeah.
on YouTube.
On
You
YouTube.
say?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that YouTube sure is.
That's a fine and dandy site.
Right.
It's not. There's a lot of things wrong.
And the reason I was sold is kind of
Can't write gay in the description because that means I can't monetize. So
Well, if people don't like gays, we can't ask people
it's not
to pay.
it's not
Well, no,
appropriate.
Not appropriate.
Not
well, no.
child.
Well, it's like you say someone.
Talk to you later about
Talk to me later about it. Okay.
I mean, if you use the word gay, I mean, it depends. Like, if someone's gay, but if you're like, oh, what the
No, in
fuck?
the description, like if you write anything.
Right, yeah. LGBT anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like if I use it like, oh,
Oh, no, not like...
derogatory.
They're it's not just if you're like, this new Tensei Game series is
Yeah.
soups gay, you guys.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah.
Poop.
But,
Also, if you currently put like, yeah, just write poop.
Gay poop? Poop gay.
Not appropriate.
People don't like to talk about gay poop. They don't want to talk about
No.
Yeah. But, what was we talking about? Oh, yeah. So the reason I was sold on this was actually not only the description, but also the visual aspect in the short film.
Oh, okay.
And there's a GIF that sold me on it entirely, but it won't play for audio. I could show you guys, but it won't.
Okay, so everyone should go check out that GIF.
Yeah.
The GIF that's on the subreddit for SCP, I'll show them. And it is part of the...
Well, we won't watch it right now because it's bad for...
No, that's what I said, yeah. It's bad for audio.
Yeah, show it to us later.
Yeah, no. So that's why I picked it. The short film going that has SCP-610 Zygots. It's fantastic. Even if you don't like Neil's writing and his style of writing, you can always appreciate and respect the details and everything that goes into the special effects and the worlds.
Yeah, his special effects company is pretty top notch.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, it's basically a YouTube channel of them just having fun.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Just doing whatever they want. And I really like it. And that's what sold me on 610.
Cool.
Yeah. And the affection is pretty crazy. It's kind of like a necromorph.
A little bit, yeah, Dead Space in there. A little bit of the thing.
You know what's funny? It actually reminds me of Alien later in Gantz. Where, like...
Yeah, too bad Yance is bad.
Yeah, but this is so far in and, like, I stopped giving a shit.
Uh,
But I just want to get to that one part where there's an alien where, like, it, again, spores. And then it's a little...
They get you, man.
It's a light orb, and then it goes through the back of their head, and then, like, that's when they grow all these limbs.
Mm-mm.
Like, their body opens up, and they start, like, spewing out heads and legs and limbs. And that's it. They don't, again, the Gantz of they don't go into that at all.
I always thought, like, I know we've talked about it on the show, but I'm always fascinated by that South American fungus.
Which one? The one with the ants?
The one with the ants.
Yeah. The zombie ants.
Yeah.
Well, because it's so close to zombie.
It's so close.
Yeah. That people are like, oh, it could be zombie.
People
I mean, mad cow disease was a cow disease.
Yeah.
Now look at it.
It's nothing.
It's gone now, but
but the bird flu was a thing.
for a little bit.
Next, right before swine flu.
Cholera.
Turtle flu.
Turtle flu.
Real bad.
Jungle fever.
I don't know if there's a cure. I don't know if they...
Halle Berry has the cure, but she doesn't. She kept it
my god.
after Swordfish.
Oh my god. I never thought anyone was ever going to talk about the movie Swordfish.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude, why don't you... do you have something else you want to talk about?
About Swordfish?
Reset the clock for Swordfish.
Reset the clock for Swordfish. Okay, yes. The last SCP.
There we go.
For the thing. This was my favorite, and I totally heard about it from Undercooked Analysis. The only reason I'm referencing them is because I kind of feel bad for this one. But they are good. They're great. Anyway, SCP-1689, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1689 is currently under restricted access in area redacted. Medium-sized artifact storage. Department redacted. SCP-1689 is to be stored tied shut, with its mouth facing upwards at all times. Access is limited to level 3 personnel, with the exception of site cooking staff. Exploratory access to SCP-1689-A requires approval from a level 4 personnel. All expeditions must be documented with a complete manifest of equipment and staff to enter. Enzymatic Compound 13 has been developed to aid in exploration of SCP-1689-A. Proposals to establish a mobile site in SCP-1689-A are currently under review. Description: SCP-1689 is a burlap bag of potatoes. In its stable state, SCP-1689 weighs 40 to 50 kilograms and contains approximately 200 common agricultural potatoes. Tubers of Solanum tubersum. I don't know what that means. SCP-1689 is made of brown, roughly woven jute. The interior of SCP-1689 is vastly larger than its exterior and is designated SCP-1689-A. SCP-1689-A is a large, extra-dimensional space of undermined volume, measured to be at least 10,000 meters cubed, but believed to be much greater. Completely filled with potatoes. Exploration of SCP-1689-A is largely incomplete due to the high degree of obstruction. For more information, please see Addendum 1, which I will be reading because I think most of the good writing's in there. Exploration Log 1689-I. When portions of SCP-1689 are empty, nearby potatoes experience an abnormal form of growth, characterized by tumor-like bulges emerging and eventually splitting into a fully sized independent potatoes. The rate of growth is roughly exponential with a doubling period of approximately 2 hours. This effect also applies to normal potatoes introduced to SCP-1689, as well as similar edible tubers or roots, such as yams and sweet potatoes, although none have been found to occur with SCP-1689 naturally. And it shows a picture of one of those potatoes with like weird fucking potato growths lying inside. Yeah, I can never eat a potato if it has that. Just like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone who's seen a weirdly grown potato knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Addendum 1689-1. SCP-1689 was recovered from Kirsovo, a small village of approximately 200 people in northern Siberia. A Russian official reported on the 2nd of June 21 redacted that Kirsovo had made no outside contact in 4 decades and had no surrounding farmland. The reports were confiscated and investigated by the Foundation. At which point, it was discovered that the village had been using SCP-1689 as its sole food source for well over a century. As a result, the villagers were suffering from extreme calcium and iron deficiencies. No one in the village was able to recall how they had come into possession of SCP-1689, only that it had been there since before the Reds, and it was a gift for the working hard. Yeah, I don't know why they sound like that.
Like this guy from Brooklyn is
writing this down? He's a bad Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, these Ruskies,
these Reds over here.
In Siberia.
Northern
Siberia. And mine was in southern Siberia.
There's something dark going on in those woods.
Those potatoes.
Oh my god.
SCP-1689 was subsequently transported to Area Redacted, its current location. Addendum 1689-2. Currently, only one fully equipped expedition into SCP-1689-A has taken place. Authorized personnel may view the mission log of Captain Cameron Wells. Exploration log 1689-1, which that's where the bulk of this rest of this podcast has got to go to, people. Tell you what. There's a lot. Oh my god, I'm actually scrolling down. There's a lot here. Well, let's see. Let's see how we do. Oh, okay, go ahead. Opening statement. Exploratory Exploratory Mission 1689I was scheduled for 8 August 20. It's 20 and then a 1 and then redacted.
Oh, okay.
But an exploration team of 4 led by Captain Cameron Wells. The team was informed of their upcoming assignment on the 2nd. For more information, see Document Mission 1689I, Equipment Manifest. Mission log. Captain Wells, day -6. They told me today I was going to be leading Frederick, Carlin, and Xander into a sack of potatoes. Okay. Apparently it's bigger on the inside, or it's a pocket dimension, or it's a portal or something to somewhere full of potatoes. At this point, nothing surprises me. Oh, and this is supposed to be an official log, so I'm supposed to call them Agents Merrill, Ozels, and Peterson. But no one checks these, so I fucking won't.
Damn.
Mission log, Captain Wells, day -1. They gave us the rest of our gear and got us ready for tomorrow. The plan is to be there by noon. Labs produced a really cool liquid for us to use. It's a sexy kind of liquid, a little dangerous, you might say. No, it's some kind of acid or enzyme that dissolves the potatoes into a starchy paste. It mostly drains away, but then some of it sort of hardens to make this nice tunnel sealing. It's actually scary how fast it works. We have to wear skin protection so it doesn't get on us. With spray nozzles, we can carve our way straight into potatoes. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 0. It was pleasant to find that they had already cleared out a small room on the other side of SCP-1689 made of plywood. It was certainly weird, crawling into a bag and coming out in a totally different room. But again, nothing surprises me. We actually didn't see any potatoes right away. Then we opened the excavation door and yep, wall of potatoes. Potatoes above, in front, and below. We decided to cut a roughly 2x2 meter tunnel straight forward. Compasses don't work here, but there is a very good chance of getting lost because we can always find our way back from a radio signal. Mission log, Captain Wells, days 1. Excavating slow work. We can clear out about 30 meters an hour. That sounds glacial, but it's 120 cubic meters of potato. That's a kilometer in 2 days if we make good effort. And it isn't that hard. 2 of us spray, and 2 of us shovel away the goop. Every 100 meters or so we put some support beams. Whoever invented this enzyme is a genius! Captain's log. Day 2. God, I hate the odor of this stuff. I actually like the smell of potatoes, but because of the enzyme, this place smells like vomit. I'm sick of it already. Fuck. Captain Wells, day 5. I'm like popping the bottle.
Blow it out.
We accidentally spilled some enzyme on the ground today, and it turns out we were only like a meter off this concrete floor. Command's really surprised. This is the first thing other than potatoes they found. Cool. We decided to just start going on the floor. It's not too inconvenient, and it's nice to have solid footing. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 8. Did you know the word spud comes from digging with a spade? To make the hole you plant them in? Carlin did, and she made sure we all did too. And then she repeated the word spud to herself all day while you're excavating. Captain Wells, day 9. This is hardly even agent work. Why don't they have D-class doing this? Day 11. Tomorrow we're on our own. It's becoming too inefficient to resupply us every few days. So Command's providing us with 2 months of MREs and tanks of more than enough enzyme to last that long. If you haven't found anything after that, they say, then the mission will be abandoned. Obviously, we'll still have radio contact. Day 12. It's nice being alone with the team. At night, it's almost like camping. Yeah, camping in a weird cavern made of spuds. Day 16. Out of the blue, something interesting happened. We found a wall today. It's made of the same material as the floor, the base floor, not the starch stuff. Concrete. Runs at an angle, 20 degrees to our tunnel's perpendicular. Command told us to follow it. It's not like there's anything else interesting going on. Day 19. So, concrete floor and concrete walls. Today, Frederick got thinking. Sure enough, concrete ceiling. The whole time it's been about 3 meters above us, which means that the whole time we've been inside of a building. A huge building. If we can map it out, we can probably find the exit and discover where in the world this potato hell is. Day 28. Sanders says it's potato. What the fuck? I have not heard him say it until now. It's been 4 weeks. Surrounded by potatoes. He hasn't said the word until now. He's the first person I met who actually says it like that. Day 36.
How many is this shit? How many?
No, I'm invested. I want to hear how it ends.
I think it's supposed to be like potato. Like you said, you potato.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
Yeah, what an
What an
asshole.
asshole. It's not Johnny, it's Jonathan.
It's Jonathan. I might hand this off to one of you guys just so I don't have to keep.
Okay.
No.
It's been longer since we started following the wall from the wall to the start. Xander thinks it isn't going anywhere, but Frederick wanted to press on. Command deferred to me, and well, I don't want the last month to have been pointless. We'll go for another 3 kilometers at least. Today we decided to blow a fucking hole in the wall. Carlin had charges in her pack, God knows why, so why not? The wall wasn't going anywhere. We all stood clear and blasted. It took a long time to clear all the mashed potatoes away, but sure enough we created a 3-meter hole. Guess what was on the other side? Potatoes. Day 39. We started excavating through the hole we made, and turns out it actually is different outside. Definitely is outside. The ground is dirt and extremely dead grass. That means this thing isn't anywhere on Earth. Guess the building was some kind of gigantic warehouse. We've been hearing those sort of faint rumbles ever since we blew the charges. Xander's starting to go wily about it. As far as we can tell, nothing's happened. Day 43. How high up do these potatoes go? If we're outside, then there's no vertical clearance. So does it go all the way to the atmosphere? Is this whole universe filled with potatoes? It's so weird thinking we're outside. It doesn't feel any different from being inside the building. It's like we're underground. Well, I guess we are. It's just the ground is made of potatoes. Day 44. We found an actual tree. A dead one, surrounded by potatoes. But a tree rooted to the ground nonetheless. We had to be careful about it because the enzyme chews it up. We managed to fully uncover it. Its branches were sort of weird, splitting at these perfectly 30-degree angles. And overall looked pretty normal. The lab had me collect the bark sample. It's totally made the outside fact real. What is this place? Day 48. Xander was worried about the rumbles we've been hearing, so he turned back to look. Turns out, about 100 meters of our tunnel was caved in. Command didn't know either. They said they'd start digging us out on the other side, and that was my choice if I wanted to keep excavating. Frederick and Carlin want to continue, so continue we do, listening to Xander complain. I didn't sign up for this shit. Yeah, that's how Xander talks. Yeah, no shit. The Foundation didn't exactly know we were going to the realm of taters when they recruited you. It's not the kind of thing you put on the fine print, just in case. Day 51. We keep fighting.
I'm fucking spaced out now here.
Should I keep going? Keep going.
How many more days?
How many days?
Because it skips around.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3.
What's the last entry?
Day 78.
Oh, we're at 40. Okay.
Yeah, we're at like 50. We're at
Keep
50.
going.
We keep finding more weird shit. Frederick uncovered this twisted bicycle and got super psyched about it. I knew there had been humans here before because of the building, but it didn't really occur to me until I saw the bicycle. Jesus. Day 55. Fuck, I'm an awful captain. There was another big rumble today. A huge cave-in. I got really worried that the audio stopped. We nearly got crushed, but somehow we all managed to take safe refuge under the tree branches. This time we lost contact with command. We can still detect some faint radio transmission, but it's too staticky for correspondent. Obviously, I made the call to turn back. We have no idea how bad it is. It could take weeks to get out. Fuck. We should have turned back. Day 62. Frederick told us today that we should have brought an Irishman. I told him that he was an asshole. He was chuckling about it all day long. What an absolute prick. Day 65. Ran out of food rations today. Xander freaked out and started saying we were going to starve, until I told him he was a fucking idiot. Day 67. We should have brought a goddamn spice kit. Carlin actually had cooking equipment in her pack, God knows why. So we can prepare the potatoes a couple of different ways, but still potatoes. My taste buds are starting to shut down. It's going to take forever. Day 68. It's too hard to clear out the original tunnels we made. It'll be quicker to just cut straight to the bag anyways. Tomorrow I'll tell my team to just start carving a new tunnel. Day 69. Fuck. Ran out of enzyme today. Sure, I noticed the supply dwindling, but it doesn't really work to ration it. We just kept using it like normal. Now we're out. Okay, so the good news is that we're inside the building when it happened. That means we can shovel our way out, as there is a ceiling. It's 5 meters from top to bottom, and I can't imagine we can make a tunnel any narrower than 1.5 meters. That's going to be slow, but we should get there. The real digging problem is space. Where are we going to dump the potatoes? The best we can do is about 5 meters behind us, so we have a little bubble of space and we can just sort of move through the building. It's going to take a long time, but honestly I'm not sure we'll run out of food first. What will run out first? Food discovered. They actually got enough water in them. The oxygen is starting to get stale though. I don't know how much is able to fit in the crack between the potatoes. Don't even know what to do for morale. I told everyone that command is probably digging from the other side. It's going to find us, but they're all depressed. This is supposed to be a 65-day mission max. Frederick made a joke about the word tuber. I don't remember exactly what. It was stupid anyway. Day 70. Maybe it's because we're just melting up, but there's something none of us noticed before. Potatoes are really ugly looking. They got these bulges from a sort of wiggle and grow slowly. Absolutely disgusting. They're our only meal. And day 71. I hate the smell of potatoes. I'd have to vomit the back. I'd have to vomit back just for the smell. Fuck. Day 72. It's fucking smaller. Our bubble of space is smaller. It's because of more fucking potatoes. Alright, it wasn't precisely dimension or anything, but Carlin was the first to mention when we woke up. Certainly it's obvious to everyone. The whole area was shrunk in a good 10 cubic meters. What the fuck? Day 73. I was paying attention today. These ugly bulges, they actually get big fast. Get to be the size of a potato. They split off. That's where all the potatoes are coming from. Our area got even smaller today. 74. We're running out of space and time. There isn't enough room to work anymore. We're knocking elbows and shoulders while we shovel. Fucking taters, fucking sweats, fucking yams, fucking tumors, fucking roots. I swear they'll kill me while I sleep and I'll have a potato fucking stuffed down my throat. Day 75. All day long. Xander's whining. All day long, Xander's whining. Shut the fuck up. I hate the dark too. We all hate the dark. The yellow lamps with the brown potatoes. Taste this food, we all hate it. Okay? Okay? It's not like I can yell at the team. Keep them all going. I'm the captain. Captain Wells, potato commander. I keep it together and vented all of these fucking logs. Day 76. I can't breathe. Oh, I thought they said I can't breathe. Whatever. I can't fucking breathe and there's no room to shovel. Fuck. Day 78. Feels like I'm breathing inside someone else's lung. Who's already exhaled and there's nothing but carbon dioxide. No one can even speak while we're working. We're dead within the week. Death by potatoes. Concluding statement on 3rd of November, 21 blank. Mission Captain Wells and Agent Ozul's Merrill and Peterson connected with a secondary excavation team. Although they were suffering from oxygen deficiency and a deteriorated mental state, all team members fully recovered within 3 weeks. Captain Wells declined to write a post-mission summary. That's it.
Oh. I'm glad that it turned out good for them.
Yay!
Potato-based hell.
That's terrifying.
No, it is. I like it. I like the characters, I like the personalities.
Yeah.
Which you don't get a lot with SCPs.
And I like that it doesn't feel the need to, like, I was kind of worried that at some point they were going to be like, we're finally outside. Oh, but the I thought the crackling sound was going to turn into, there was a potato monster!
Yeah, potato monster.
Yeah, same.
Or was it post-apocalyptic? It's the future or something.
It was a potato monster that was actually a man.
Yeah. No, just enough mystery left, man.
It's cool.
Alright, so that was all the stories.
Yeah. It's alright.
Yeah. I'll try to put these in the description. If everybody could just, send me a link to their SCPs, that'll make it a lot easier on me. Yeah, maybe we'll do Creepypasta one eventually. Maybe we can always do, like, Russian sleep experiment or something.
That's a classic.
That's a good one, yeah.
Ben Drown's too long.
Ben Drown's fucking long.
It's long. It's worth it, though, but it's long.
Is the No End House that long?
No, I don't know. I would have to recheck.
Yeah.
Maybe, but that's next year, and that's for next year's thing. So,
are we gonna do Happy?
Fuck off. Do you know about Happy?
I feel like you mentioned Happy. I don't know.
Where they, like, touch upon 9/11 within, like, the second chapter.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not that.
Is the twist at the end, and then a 9/11?
Oh, no, they only just mentioned 9/11, then...
Oh.
It's like this TV show, this found footage of a Nick cartoon that went horribly, horribly wrong.
Wait. No, it's like a prank show where the pranks go. No.
No. It's a children's show.
Okay.
They talk about 9/11.
No.
It's like that movie with the guy Edward from Twilight,
where he dies in 9/11.
9/11, yeah, he's in a business office. It zooms out, and he's in the trade center.
Because there is an maybe it's an SCP. I'm thinking.
Maybe.
But I really liked it. Was like a. We are laughing, or all is laughing, or laughing,
okay.
And it's just like a weird prank show.
Okay.
And the pranks are anything from the dumb to the ridiculous to the actually terrifying.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's very America's Funniest Home Videos.
Okay.
Hey everyone, we're gonna have some fun today.
Yeah.
Today's theme is ink. And then, one will be, a guy's pen runs out of ink, and then he shakes it, and then gallons of ink pour on his page, which would scare me, but isn't, the worst thing. And then another one is, a man pulls back his curtain, and a giant octopus explodes out of his shower and destroys it. No?
No, nothing, man. I don't know. Oh, maybe I'll check it out.
What you talking about?
But Happy's just a terrible.
Terrible.
It's bad. It's so bad. Creepypasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy
Yay.
Halloween.
Very spooky.
Yay.
Let's get it spooky.
I'm a hex girl.
I'm gonna cast a spell on you. You're gonna do what I want you to. Mix it up here in my little bowl. Say a few words and you lose control. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. Put a spell on you. You feel the fog as I cloud your mind. You'll get dizzy when I make the sign. You'll wake up in the dead of night, missing me when I'm out of sight. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. Oh yeah. With this little cobweb potion, you'll fall into dark devotion. If you ever lose affection, I can change your whole direction. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. We're gonna put a spell on you. Earth, wind, fire, and air. We may look bad, but we don't care. We ride the wind, we feel the fire. To love the earth is our one desire. To love the earth is our one desire. Love the earth is only fair. It's one big earth that we must share.